Good morning. I'm a little bit bleary-eyed today, so I didn't get a lot of sleep at all last night. So this is going to be very short and sweet this week. Donald Trump. Look, people who read my blog or listen to the vlogs understand my passion about politics, and I get my passion from my father, who was very much involved in local politics back in the UK. So I will get up every morning, I will look at the internet, I will turn on the television, I will listen to what's going on in the world. I think more people should do that, because especially when you live in Australia, you're not really aware half the time just how serious things are, just exactly what's going on in the rest of the planet. Today's generation, they just don't want to know. They're too busy on TikTok and, literally sitting with their mobile phones permanently. So they really don't want to know just how difficult life is for many people across the globe. For me, it's important. I believe strongly in political awareness, and I think we should all have those lessons at school. We should all be made to understand the constitution of the country that we live in, how voting works, etc., etc. There's a vote tomorrow here in Western Australia, and it's for the state elections. Now, I'm not allowed to vote in that because I'm only a permanent resident. But Darryl will be voting on his way to work. National elections here are compulsory, so you have to vote, or you're fined. And again, it's not something I can partake in at this moment in time. When I look across the pond to America, as we all are at the moment, those of us who are literally interested in politics, that is, every single day becomes more shocking than the previous one. I can't remember a time where, as an individual, my anxiety has been so high. And it's not because of my health issues, my lack of sleep, but it is because of one man in the White House who, I'm aghast, I'm at a loss for words, who is literally running roughshod through 80 years of peace. Every time I listen to him or his disciples, I'm reminded how out of touch these people are. They don't understand history. So when people like Elon Musk attend a conference in Germany via video link and spout right-wing propaganda to an audience who literally lap it up, it shocks me to the core. Europe as a continent is littered with the bodies of all of those who fought numerous wars. That includes Americans. Now, America, Europe, we fought for freedoms that we enjoy today, which sadly are being slowly eroded. And that, once again, scares me. The promotion of hate, vitriol, of, as I say, right-wing propaganda, far-right propaganda on social media platforms is deeply, deeply disturbing. I didn't live, despite the white hair, during the 1930s and the run-up to the Second World War, but I remember distinctly from school learning about modern history and the First World War, the origins of the Second World War, and what happened thereafter. And what's going on now is akin to what was going on then. There are so many similarities. It's untrue. And for someone like me who takes things deeply personal, it scares me, because I am just waiting for the day that war starts. Now, someone said to me the other day, well, why are you worried? You live in Australia. But all of us, wherever we're from, should be worried, because a global war, and you've got to remember, the world we live in now is so interconnected in so many different ways, but a global war, if a war starts in Europe, it will escalate very, very quickly. And it's likely war will happen in Asia, through the invasion of Taiwan. I mean, at the moment, in Australia, there's a big thing about Chinese boats circumnavigating the country for whatever reason. I don't know the reasons why. Nobody knows the reasons why. Australia itself has a very, very tiny army, navy, air force. But it's a peaceful country as a rule. So this particular region in the past has been sheltered from a lot of what's happened in Europe. Don't get me wrong, it sent soldiers to fight for, I suppose, the British Empire as it was then, or the remnants of it. But as a country, it hasn't really been touched by war in the same way that European nations have. When you think of the Blitz in London, when you think of the absolute desolation with France and Germany and all of Eastern Europe, it's unthinkable that is happening again. As you're well aware, I do watch YouTube videos quite a lot as well. So politics, as I say, is my thing, and I'm listening to Alistair Campbell and Rory Stewart at the moment. And I suppose that they're both very much left of centre, but some of the things that they are talking about is really quite upsetting in so many ways. And it's not only upsetting for me, but it's upsetting for, them and all of us as we move forward, because the warning signs are there, and I'm not sure that the world as we know it is going to be here in a few years' time. Donald Trump seems to be destroying the fabric of society. I went on X this morning, and I've spoken about this before. I rarely go on there, but I do just sort of dip in and out every now and again. But I went on there just to see if anyone has said anything interesting. X is a real cesspit now, and it's dreadful. It's really, really bad, and it's full of conspiracy theories. I mean, look, Elon Musk will call it free speech, but actually it's dangerous lies that are littered throughout X. And I think I was on there for about 5-10 minutes and immediately came off, because it annoys me People are so brave. Whether this is uniquely American, I don't know. But the people who are spouting this rubbish were Americans, predominantly. And I mean, I'm sat there and I'm just thinking, where is the education? Where is the brain in these individuals? What the hell are they talking about? It's literally nonsense, utter crap. I don't know where that, well, I do know where they get this from. Look, the world, at least in not Australia, in America has changed dramatically. And people's insecurities have been fed by a government that really wants to make America great again. Nationalistic. Out for the white man. Because it is out for the white American. It has this guise of pretending to, support black Americans and Hispanics and, but it's not really. These people were used for voting, literally, and now they're in power, the Republicans, they don't care. They'd send all of these people back in a heartbeat. So, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Politics exhausts me at the moment. Donald Trump certainly exhausts me. And my own anxiety really exhausts me. Because as an individual, I'm quite a peace-loving person. But at the moment, all of us need to stand up to bullies, and we all need to stand up to Russia in particular and what they are doing, because this is scary times, and people like Russia only look up to strong individuals. It appears that Trump's just capitulating, just giving up, just giving Russia everything they want. The way he treated Zelensky in the White House was unbelievably appalling, shocking. That guy's a war hero. He's been leading a war-torn country for 3 years. And he was berated and bullied and belittled in front of the world's media. That's bad. That is bad. Zelensky's being asked to make concessions for peace. You're going to have to give up territory. You're going to have to do this, that, and the other. America's cut off all intelligence sharing with the country, which is going to cause a lot more death and destruction as Ukraine continues to try and protect itself. What has Russia been asked to do? What will Russia do? I mean, look, point blank, Russia is winning that war in Ukraine. So really, it doesn't have to do anything. Why would it? It's winning. I think as the weeks go on, and as I do more vlogs, the political influence is going to be in them. As I said, at the moment, especially on a Friday, I'm quite worn down, and I feel quite deflated today. And this is not anything to do with my own life, my work or anything like that. It's literally to do with geopolitics and what's going on across the world. And you can probably tell in my voice at the moment, I'm just so exasperated by the whole thing. And I'm quite empathetic, so I do take on board quite a lot of toxic behaviour. And I try and offload that in the best way I can. But there's so many toxic people around me and in the world, and I do my utmost to avoid them, I can't do much about what goes on in Australia. I do avoid, as I said, bad, toxic people today in my life. And it's very much me and my husband against the world now, because we avoid people at all costs. So I'm very choosy about the people I associate with, and avoiding toxic people is a priority in my book, especially after the experiences we've had in the past. Luckily, I work with really fantastic people and a fantastic organisation, so I can't. There's no problem there. But we are, as a couple, we are very wary about the people we choose to associate with. And then when you look, as I said, over in America and the politics going on there, and I'm just thinking, good God, is there any nice people left in the world? Is there really? I don't know. Anyway, I'm tired. So I'm gonna get on with the start of my day, and thanks for listening to this rant as usual. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I love the comments. And until next week, really. So look after yourselves. Ciao.